I'm here with Trevor Dunn. You might know him from Phantom Us or the Melvins or any John Zorn recording. But tonight you're here for a very different reason. What are you in Toronto for?
My band. I got the name from a French surrealist book called L'Amour Fou by André Breton, and the English translation is Madlove. There's also a great movie with Peter Lorre that came out in 1935 called Madlove. It's not related to the book, but it's equally great.
You are cruel, but only to be kind.
How is this different from most of the other work you do?
I'm heading it.
Creatively. Right?
Yeah. I wrote the music and I put the band together. That's the main way that it's different. You know, I do a lot of side work. That's what I've done most of my career. Is freelance and be a sideman. I've had my jazz trio, my trio Convulsant, before, but this is my first
So how is this different from Trio Convulsant, your last project?
Musically, it's quite a bit different. This is like rock songs,
right?
Or what I consider rock songs. You know, some of them are more songs than others, I guess. They're basically all songs, but I'm still not sure how accessible this stuff is.
Only one place to be hiding.
Everybody in this band is spread out all around the world.
Yep.
Where are all the members from?
Hilmar is from Iceland. Yep. Sonny is from Korea. The rest of us live in New York.
So preparing for a tour or an album, how does that all come together? What's the process for something like that?
Well, I put the band together, with the people. Once I kind of was about halfway through writing the music, I decided who I wanted to be in the band. Basically handpicked them, and I wasn't worried about where they lived. All these musicians are actually jazz musicians too, and one thing that happens a lot in the jazz world is you don't rehearse. You just get together and you play, and it's a language that you all know. So there's a level of that with this. We can get together and have a quick rehearsal, just kind of refresh our memories, and we're good to go.
That's a pretty interesting way to approach rock, really.
Yeah. I guess that's part of my jazz influence, maybe. I made demos, send them demos. They checked them out, then we rehearsed a bunch.
So do you do a lot of that, like sending pieces of music or anything like that across via email or something like that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm modern, believe it or not.
Do you listen to MP3s?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I bitch about them, but I listen to them too. I mean, I have an iPod. What are you gonna do?
Yep.
Can't beat them, join them.
One thing I've noticed over the years is you have songs like Echidna, Platypus. Do you have an obsession with Australian fauna and flora?
I have an obsession with the platypus, yeah, and the echidna happens to be the cousin of the platypus.
So basically, once you used platypus, you had to use you wanted to use it again, but you couldn't.
Well, no, I wanted to just give props to another monotreme, which is what the echidna is.
Okay.
It's an animal that only has one orifice for giving birth and
defecating.
Defecating, yes. Thank you.
Huh.
Look at my face, I'm all sucked up. I think I'll sleep all day.
Is there anything you want to talk about with your dealings with Head?
Yeah, I could talk about that. It was, it was a gig. It was a job. I got called to do it. This engineer that works with the Melvins recommended me for this gig, and apparently this guy Head is was a big Bungle fan. He told me himself. He told me that him and the other guitar player used to sell weed and steal drum machines or something in order to buy tickets to go see Mr. Bungle, And he told me how they kind of cop some of our stage antics for themselves.
Thank you for coming to the Bazaar Festival! The only place where 9,000 bands can play, and none of them are good.
So, okay, how does that conversation happen? Hey, we stole from you. Was it like was that?
Kind of, yeah.
How was that approach? Was he happy about that? Regretful?
He was actually a really nice guy. He was really down to earth. You know, he's a born again Christian now, and he wasn't really around that much for the recording. I showed up. They gave me all these charts when I showed up, and I blazed through them in 2 days, and then it took me like 6 months to get paid, which is kind of a drag. I had to make a lot of phone calls, and actually, they never sent me a copy of the record, so I haven't even heard it, and I'm not gonna go buy it. So I don't buy records that I'm on.
Right. Okay.
It's kind of a personal policy of mine.
So another thing I noticed on your Q&A is, and actually elsewhere, like on YouTube comments, any random places on the internet, they associate you with Secret Chiefs 3.
Right.
Is there anything you want to say once and for all to kind of put a lid on that issue?
Well, what I know about Secret Chiefs is that it's kind of an evolving family of musicians.
Right.
And I have, at an early stage in that band's existence, I was involved, and I'm not anymore. You know, I could be. It's possible I could do it again because Trey, he's got several different rotating, you know, groups. You know, Chess, who plays in Madlove, does tours with Secret Chiefs sometimes. Danny Heifetz does. You know, these different drummers. I haven't. The last time I played with Secret Chiefs was when we toured Australia in like 1998, I think. I'm not sure why people think that I'm in that band or have ever written anything for that band, or, you know, I was on the first CD and maybe a couple 12 inches or something.
Anything else going on?
I just got off the road with Eric Friedlander. He's a cello player. He's got a trio. It's very it's very jazz sort of thing. Went directly into the Madlove tour, doing a proofreader's gig when I get home from this. Then I have a couple live gigs with Zorn and a recording with him. Then I'm going to Copenhagen with Andrew D'Angelo. This is all in February, basically. And then March and April, I don't have much going on, so hopefully I'm gonna try and write some other music and maybe work on some renovations in my house.
Trevor Dunn, Madlove.
Thank you.
Thank you.